Hello everyone and welcome to the English News edition of Beginner Pie Top Stories. The participation of girls and women development projects remains law in Burundi. This was stated on Tuesday during a workshop organized by PIH aimed at presenting a study on the obstacles linked to socio-cultural norms that hinder women from becoming economically autonomous. And the call of the Burundian President Evariste Ndayishimiye urging Burundians to engage in development work, particularly in agriculture, has found a strong response in Kayanza province. Some farmers have indeed embarked on multiplying various agricultural seeds, as observed by a team of our newsroom. This was headlines. Welcome to news in details. I'm Joseph Moninda Jambo. The President of the Republic, Evariste Ndayishimiye, calls on Burundians, especially the youth, to work together for a prosperous Burundi. Evariste Ndayishimiye also calls on Burundians to remain hopeful because tomorrow will be better. This was stated this Saturday during the closing of the three-day crusade in the country's political Gitega. The President of the Republic, Evariste Ndayishimiye, calls on every young Burundian to initiate an activity that could generate income in order to achieve financial independence. This took place this Saturday in Gitega during the teachings given by which are in line with the national prayer taking place in the political capital Gitega. And on her turn, the First Lady, Angeline Ndayishimiye, called on leaders to change the mindset in the neighborhood, since for it is the source of development, asking them as well to pray for the President of the Republic to succeed his mission of leading the people of Burundi. This emerges, of course, from the session she held on executives in line with the national prayer taking place, as I said, in Gitega province. And Prime Minister Gervais Ndirakobucha arrived this afternoon in Luanda in Angola. He was welcomed by Evelyn Butoyi, ambassador of Burundi in Angola, but which headquarters is in Lusaka in Zambia. Angola side, the Prime Minister Gervais Ndirakobucha was welcomed by the Secretary of the State for International Cooperation and the Angola community. You will know that the Prime Minister will participate in the 70th Business Summit for the United States and Africa meeting scheduled from June 22nd to 25, 2025 in Luanda. As I said in top stories, women are called upon to run for office and to vote for capable women so that women can be represented in local administration. This is the call launched by Agathe Sengyumva, legal representative of CAFOB, following a meeting that brought together associations advocating for human rights. Jackson Irako's reports.
The Corrective of Women's Associations and Organizations of Burundi, CAFOB, in collaboration with various associations and women rights activists, welcomes the government's efforts to achieve a 30% representation of women in decision-making bodies. However, these activists believe that the actual participation of women in such organs remains very low. This concern is supported by the 2023 statistics on women's political participation in Burundi, showing that female representation in hill councils is only 19%. In this regard, Agathe Sengyumva, CAFOB's representative, encourages women to run for office and to vote massively for competent female candidates in the upcoming hill-level elections. She pointed out that since women are often under-elected or underrepresented, CAFOB brought together women's rights associations to take action. Despite the short 5-day time frame, their mission is to raise awareness and mobilize women to vote for experienced and capable candidates who have already demonstrated commitment to the community issues. According to both panelists and participants in the meeting, Burundian women must also be supported in their political ambitions by their husbands and brothers, given their social responsibilities. The Kafobe representative urged women not to underestimate themselves, but to engage fully as they have the ability to succeed. It is worth noting that the deadline for submitting candidacies for Hill-level elections is set for June 25th, 2025.
And the participation of girls and women in development projects remains low in Burundi. This was stated on Tuesday during a workshop organized by the PAEG aimed at presenting a study on the obstacles linked to social-cultural norms that hinder women from becoming economically autonomous. Jackson Irakoze once more.
During this workshop organized by the Ministry in charge of youth, it was revealed that girls and women face certain obstacles that prevent them from actively participating in development projects. Experts from the University of Burundi pointed out that the lack of girls' engagement in economic initiatives stems from social and cultural norms. For instance, girls are often prohibited from staying outside their homes after 6 p.m., reinforcing the idea that they must remain indoors. The study also notes that some girls grow up in wealthy families and are not used to making efforts in entrepreneurship. Others believe they will marry wealthy men, which discourages them from seeking economic independence. Desiree Manirakiza, national coordinator of the PAEG program, confirmed that the low participation of girls in entrepreneurial activities is a reality. According to Severin Mbarubukeye, permanent secretary at the Ministry of Youth, this study will be very useful in proposing solutions adapted to the Burundian context to achieve a greater participation of women and girls in entrepreneurship. He hopes that the study will help organize the training that takes into account traditions and current mindsets. It should be noted that this workshop brought together officials from the Ministry of Youth, professors from the University of Burundi, PAEG staff, and other development partners.
As I said in headlines, the core of Burundian President Evariste Ndayishimiye urging Burundians to engage in development work, particularly in agriculture, has found a strong response in Kayanza province. Some farmers have indeed embarked on multiplying various agricultural seeds, as observed by a team of our newsroom. Jackson Irakoze once again.
This potato field, covering an area of about 30 hectares, is located on Tondelo Hill, Muruta commune in Kayanza province. It is a farming project managed by the Twiyunge Cooperative, a company whose aim is to multiply potato seeds, particularly because this crop is well suited to the temperate climate of the region. Gerard Nyonzima, head of the Twiyunge Cooperative, expressed gratitude for the role played by President Evariste Ndayishimiye, stating that the initiative to undertake this activity was inspired by the President's call for Burundians to elevate agricultural practices to the next level. It was at that moment, he said, that Twiyunge began actively working on seed multiplication to help supply quality seeds, one of the key pillars of the agriculture. Referring to President Ndayishimiye's promise to launch through the PAEG program a potato chips production project, Gerard Nyonzima requested that Kayanza be included among the regions to benefit from the construction of such a factory. Still in Kayanza province, this time on Kavoga Hill, in Muruta commune, the president's call for modern farming was also heard. This is evidenced by a wheat farm owned by Adele Nyabenda, who is also a seed multiplier. He stated that he now feels proud to be called a farmer, unlike in the past when it was considered shameful. Thanks to President Ndayishimiye's efforts to promote agriculture, the sector is now seen as profitable, providing food security and income. He added that the president not only spoke about agriculture but also led by example by maintaining his own farms. It is worth noting that the landscape of Muruta Canyon reflects a region where agriculture is flourishing even in rugged areas thanks to terrace development and counterline techniques.
Closing on news now, this Saturday, the Kern Basketball Club held a General Assembly bringing together its members. The main objective of the meeting was to define strategies that would enable the team to rank among the top 4 teams qualifying for the final phase of the national championship, with the aim of winning the trophy as it had done in the past. Gorjan Katogato reports.
This General Assembly aimed to review the club's history, assess its current situation, and discuss future prospects. Regarding the past, the club's veterans mainly reflect on the circumstances surrounding its creation, which took place in 1996. One of the key takeaways from this General Assembly was the objective set by the Kern Club to rank among the top 4 teams participating in the final phase of the national championship, as stated by the club's vice president Mathieu Ndanga. To achieve this ambitious goal, an urgent action plan has been put in place. It notably includes the mobilization of financial resources and the integration of new players into the team. During the meeting, a new executive committee was presented. It is now composed of Carle Calixte Calisavier, president of the club, Mathieu Ndanga, vice president, and Didier Malone, team manager in charge of the organization and management of the club.
Well, that's it for me now. Thanks again for watching. Programs continue on National TV. Stay tuned and take care.